Yo, what up? It's the Kid Maniac Black, kicking it with Kelly Kales on that 258 radio. Look, new single out. Go check it out, Love is a Feeling, featuring Jay Ryder and DJ Crucial. Go cop that.
Hey everybody, welcome to LipglossNMics. I know y'all like, what? It's a different night, you know, but shit happens, okay? We had Hurricane Michael roll through Atlanta and parts of North Carolina, and yeah, like the electricity was pretty messed up. So that wasn't supposed to be playing. You weren't supposed to hear it yet. It was going to be a tease, but then I said, nah, I can't do that. Alright, but anyways, tonight I've been waiting for this interview. I'm pretty hyped about it. We have young Gwapa in the house, and let me tell you, if you haven't heard his stuff, go check him out. Okay, he's on all the digital platforms. You hit WorldStar, you can hit YouTube, you can hit Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, all that good stuff, okay? He got his shit right, okay? Apparently he from Chicago, hit a little bit, moved to Atlanta, up his stuff, you know? So I'm going to play his song off his release, okay? You really got to go check out the whole album, not just the single, okay? Stiff is like the bomb, I love it, but go check out the whole EP Re-Rock, okay? You're going to love it. You're just gonna love it, okay? So while y'all listen to Stiff, okay?
Tim May, what's this?
These niggas keep stalking me. I'm like I'm on the road. I'm trying to give me some rap money and start selling dope. Told her get it to go. I might hit it and go. I don't do dates no more, shout it, pull up to the yo. They say I'm stiff now. I like fucking, I'm stiff now. I used to give her 100, she give me some head, say I'm stiff now. They say I'm stiff now. I like fucking, I'm stiff now. I used to fuck with the nigga, I heard he was snitching, got stiff on him. I used to fuck with the nigga, I heard he was snitching, got stiff on him. I done got poppin' these bitches responding to 3-0 DMs. They say I'm stiff now. I'm like, fuck it, I'm stiff now. I was just fucked up, get what? I'm back having big bucks. I was just calling on niggas, but damn, ain't nobody picked up. When these groupie ass bitches get talking my ear off, I act like a mannequin. Hit that bitch with the stiff on. They say I'm stiff now. I'm like, fuck it, I'm stiff now. And my wrist costs a brick now. You can come get your bitch now. You say what you wanna. You say what you wanna, just don't say my name and don't put your hands on me. Them DJs keep calling like, boy, you got heat, let's do a tape now. And promoters keep calling like, don't do no flyers unless you tryna pay now. These niggas keep stalking me. I'm like I'm on the road. I'm tryna give me some rap money and start selling dope. Told her get it to go. I might hit it and go. I don't do dates no more, shout it, pull up to the yo. They say I'm stiff now. I like fucking, I'm stiff now. I used to give her 100, she give me some head, say I'm stiff now. They say I'm stiff now. I'm like fucking, I'm stiff now. I used to fuck with the nigga, I heard he was snitching, got stiff on him. Don't trust the promoter, so when I pull up, you know that them sticks on me. Before they was booking, I was in the kitchen, water whipping bricks, homie. They say that I'm stiff now. Well, fuck it, I'm stiff now. When niggas can't get you, the first thing they do is go try to put a bitch on you. You ran with too many clicks, and that's just some shit I don't live by. You was just blood, what's really going on? I heard you a crip now. I see with my third eye. They say I act stiff now. Gotta watch what I say when these niggas around, they still in my drip now. They say I'm stiff now. I'm like, fuck it, I'm stiff now. You been a bitch nigga, you just get money, man, you was a broke bitch. Don't play with me nigga, I see my little hitters, they like to stand over shit. I'm having drip now. They say that I'm stiff now, fuck. These niggas keep stalking me. I'm like I'm on the road. I'm tryna give me some rap money and start selling dope. Told her get it to go. I might hit it and go. I don't do dates no more, shout it, pull up to the yo. They say I'm stiff now. I like fucking, I'm stiff now. I used to give her 100, she give me some head, say I'm stiff now. They say I'm stiff now. I like fucking, I'm stiff now. I used to fuck with the nigga, I heard he was snitching, got stiff on.
Alright y'all, so that was Stiff, and I know you love it, so you're going to want to hear it again. It's in rotation. Don't forget, after this interview, all this is going to be going on to like another 6 stations. They'll be on iHeart and Spotify, so, you know, if you miss part of it, you're always going to catch it. But I want to introduce to you now Young Gwapa,
going on? What's going on?
Alright, so Stiff, I ain't gonna lie, I love that song. Like I tell everybody, you're gonna hear it once and then you're gonna want to play it again. And you got a lot out there. I'm glad you sent me another song too, because I heard some of the album and it's doing good. Is it doing a lot, or is it just you pushing that one?
This like my best project right now. Everything picking up crazy right now. I'm just excited about everything that's really going on right now. I kind of had to give you a little sneak peek of what's going to go on with the EP. So, you got one of the first leaks off the EP. So, you just got a mix of the stuff. You got a mix of the record, Trench Talk, two different projects. So, we had to make sure you had an exclusive.
Oh, that's what's up. Now I feel seen. I'll be putting it in rotation. So I'll be playing that. I'll be playing it. Let's back up a little bit. What made you want to do music?
Coming up in Chicago, it ain't, coming from the hood, ain't too many options, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't one of them artists that get up here on an interview and tell you I never worked a job in my life. I'll be counting, but, the working a job wasn't for me, so once I saw music working a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So, I really just took off and got real serious with it. I started out young playing with it, but, how that go for every artist. But, just coming up in Chicago in the hood, it's like sports, you know what I'm saying? Rap, you know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't got too many options coming up to where we come from in the trenches. So, I just ran with the music. And, I lost my father at a very early age, so it was like, mama did what the best she could do with me. So, we just got to the music, we roll with the music.
So, now let me ask you this. I know there's challenges, struggles, and all that. Now, Chicago, you're from the South Side, right?
Yeah.
So, I interviewed a lot of Chicago artists. Joe had, asked me to interview. And I just got a question. Like, I noticed a lot of y'all say, like, it's, pretty much sports and music that everyone I've talked to. So, I've got to get out there. I just got to get out there. So, basically, that's where a lot of your music, it's your struggles. Like, you can tell that, I don't know if you probably don't listen, but a lot of, like, the mainstream artists that try to do that kind of music, you can tell, like, which ones are, like, really been there, and then some that are just, like, fabricated. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, yeah, you definitely can tell the difference. You know what I'm saying? Big time agree with you on that one right there.
Who is your biggest, like, mentor to keep pushing you with the music? Because I know it must have been hard for your mom. I mean, I was a single mom too, and I lost my dad when I was little. And my mom always just, did her best that she could, and kind of, I took some stupid ways, but then I straightened out, But what pushed you to keep going, like, I'm going to do this music?
I mean, it's really like all my support that I'm surrounded by, just by doing it so long and really staying down with it and not, completely getting to that point where you want success, you know what I'm saying, just not wanting to give up and let the folks that I got support me so heavy, I don't want to let them down. So, and then it's like, I come from a family of non-quitters, you know what I'm saying, with anything we do. And, like I spoke on, losing a father at an early age, not really getting that guidance, and like, you know what I'm saying, not even like my father knowing that I'm doing music, just from having, what I'm saying, what's going on, but like just being there, what I'm saying, naturally, like right there, coming up with me, what I'm saying, growing up with me, raising me and all that, like I didn't go through that, so it's like, what I'm saying, like once upon a time, I received a large amount of money that Pops had left me, and I kind of like blew through it in the streets, and what I'm saying, I always wanted to get that bag back the legit way, so like me doing music, it's a passion at the same time, and then it's like, it's just something I gotta reach a certain goal with the success of the music, like to just satisfy a lot of people I'm surrounded with. I gotta reach a certain
goal. Stiff's doing really well too. I was told the video's heading to BET Jams.
Yeah, we still waiting on him. I know the reason for all that is just so many major artists ahead of me that's submitting music right now. But we still waiting on him. We did get good feedback that, what I'm saying, the quality and, what I'm saying, the movie video was accepted. But it's like 3 different phases we gotta go through. It's like 3 different networks
And that's normal. I mean, that's as long as you keep plugging at it and keep pushing at it and don't, a lot of people I feel like they'll submit a lot of stuff, and I'm not talking about BET, I'm talking about just promotions, because I've been doing that for years. And coming from like a corporate part where I went on tours and stuff with people and doing the indie, it was a big change for me. But I loved it, you know what I mean? It wasn't like that corporate robot shit anymore, being told what I had to sell or what artists I had to work with or whatever, But the thing that's crazy, I feel too, is a lot of promotions, they don't realize, like, I got one of my sponsors just by doing what you said, keeping up with them and being like, it's for my other show, and it was hard to break into that industry for me because everybody was like judging it, and I was just like, wow, like, to me, music and porn kind of goes together, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, all right, I want to interview them people because a lot of people knock down the industry, and it's like, I don't like it. I don't like that shit. It's like you got to show people everybody got a gift. But let's go back. High school, you were kind of like the star there. So what was it like? Was it like people be asking you to drop some bars, or how did you do the music in high school thing where everybody, you kind of like drew the crowd?
It's crazy because in high school, like a lot of people knew that I was doing the music, like, in the middle of my 4 years in high school, because I kind of kept it on the low, because I was kind of shy in high school, so it was kind of crazy. Like, I never attended the talent shows and stuff like that, but I always looked at, like, I always just looked at, like, what I wanted to do. I wanted to be way bigger than all the competition and everything, so I wasn't really attending, like, talent shows and performing at the homecoming and pep rally and stuff, because I felt like, I just wanted to be so different and so exclusive. Like, I don't know if I could say I was cocky or conceited, I just felt like stuff like that wasn't big enough for me, like, so I kind of kept it, like, laid back and secret, but it was like I was more popular, like, with the rap scene, like, in my hood and in the streets, like, in school I was kind of quiet and shy at the same time, but everybody knew I do music. Everybody was pushing the fact, like, man, you need to start at the school, you need to attend all the events and stuff like that, but I honestly kind of felt cocky and, like, like, everybody in school doing this stuff, I don't want to be a part of this, so I would just say I probably was cocky in school,
yeah,
but, everybody knew what was going on, and it was just more popular in the streets. Like, I wasn't the same person I was in school that I was in the streets.
Alright. So, but they knew you were doing the music, so, when it did stop going off and you started doing it, they all had you. But I can feel that, because I kind of feel like that way, like, with clubs right now. I guess working in amphitheaters and working tours, and then, I did do the club thing for years, when I started indie, the guys showed me the ropes, you know what I mean? Me coming from up north and being down south, it was like, this is going back like 12 years, and they'd be like, Kells, you can't be going to these hood clubs, what are you, crazy? I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's crazy though, because like people that see me that I went to school with or run across Instagram or one of my social sites, they message me up and be like, man, this dude did not go to school with you, like, because nigga look a little different, old and everything, but it'd be so crazy. They be like, I've been following you all this time, like, I didn't know this was you, like, we ain't going by no government names on social media, so it'd be crazy, like, people be following me the whole time, not knowing who they really following.
Wow.
They'd be so shocked after they realize, like, man, this is the same person I went to school with that would never rap for us and all this. But, like, more of my senior year, that's kind of when I kind of opened up, because I'm like, man, it's time to go, like, like, it was just weird for me in school. I don't know, I guess we was just having so much bull crap, always focus on just getting up out of there, like, my last 2 years was real crazy and rough, then my last year, it was to the point, like, it became, like, I had so many issues going on my last year that I was going to try not to graduate. And all I wanted to do was just graduate from my OG and stuff like that. So it was like, I got kicked off the football team. Like, I started catering to the streets. I probably went to college for basketball. Like, so I just kind of like, just got it together at the last minute.
Wow, at least that's what's up. I left my senior year late, but I had a lot of stuff going on. I kind of went through some stuff my senior year too. My sister had gotten shot, and I didn't. School was the last shit on my mind. You know what I mean? It was like I always struggled with school anyway. I was different. You know, I tried the cheerleading thing. I couldn't do it. I just felt out of place. Like I just didn't. I don't know. I felt I didn't fit in. You know, it was like after a while. But I guess school's just kind of. But I think it's good that you didn't participate in all the school things because, like you said, some of your fans now. You know what I mean? They're people that knew you back then, so they know that you were better than that. Because, like you said.
Yeah, but I was down there telling you that it was like, just the wood club was throwing me off, like, you know what I'm saying, like, it was no problem to get no good grades, but, you know, I'm one of them street cats that was like, catering to the streets real tough, but at the same time, I go to school and get straight A's and B's, like, that's what was messing everybody up, like,
the smart one. So, what made you decide Atlanta? Why did you pick Atlanta? Because I see that you had moved to further yourself in your music, and of course you picked Atlanta, and I see a lot of artists do that. So what was your reason for Atlanta? Just because it was popping like that?
I mean, it was more on the music scene. Like, I ain't gonna sugarcoat. I had kept getting in trouble at home, and this was after high school. Like, you know, I kept getting in trouble, kept getting in the mix of bull crowd. So I ended up going to Tennessee. Tennessee was just so slow for me. There wasn't nothing going on with the music. It was hard to get in the studio. You know, I had built a little country fan base, and I'm like, man, these people just you know?
Were you doing country?
Yeah. No, I wasn't doing country. They just for me, it was in the country, and I was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got a whole different crowd of fans. Like these ain't even my people. Like, it just making me make so much different music. Not country music, but like country.
Yeah, different.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like I'm the only person down here dressing like this. I'm like, it was just weird. So, you know, I found out Atlanta was 3 hours away. You know, I probably was down there for a nice amount of time. You know, Georgia was so close. You know, 3 hours you could drive. So just my hometown was like 8 hours away. But I'm like, dang, Atlanta like 3 hours away, 2.5. Hit the road the right way. I just started like, man, I'm still gonna see what they about. Once I start going down, I'm like, man, there's so many studios, all the DJs here, all the artists here. I kind of gone here and branched off and moved to the A, and you know, I just kept it pushing. And I had, you know, got in a little jail situation. It kind of set me down for a minute. That kind of killed my buzz. I came home focused. You know, I had to station back in Tennessee for a minute. Got that situation took care of, and I just got back to the A, and I've been rocking out ever since.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm gonna laugh about the Tennessee thing. I can see it already. It's gonna stick in my head about this interview because I just got offered to go to Tennessee, and something just hit me like, why? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why? If anywhere, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, it was just totally different for me because, you know, I come from Chicago, so it's like coming from Chicago, like all the gangbangers, all the street cats, all the junkies and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just my hood, it was just blacks. So when I moved to Tennessee, I was seeing Mexicans, Indian folks, you know, a little mixture of white folks, and it was black. It was just all mixed up. So I might live in an area where it was so mixed, and I'm like, dang, I didn't think this type of, you know, I got on the corner. It was just like so much new stuff to me. And I was like, dang, it's weird. Like, so I really got used to it real quick because I stayed there for like a handful of years. But then, like, when I moved to Atlanta, Georgia, I kind of started seeing the same thing in certain areas. So I'm like, man, everything's just different from hometown. You know what I'm saying? But even when you're back at home, like certain part of town is like that. I mean, certain part of the areas in the town is like that. But like, when I came to Tennessee, I was like, dang, it's everywhere mixed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter what hood you go to, it's mixed up. So I had to adapt to that, get used to that. Like, you know, I was done with the gangbang and stuff, but when I moved to Tennessee, like, I'm like, dang, we ain't even got the same gangs where I'm from, you know what I'm saying? So I had to get used to all the blue reds and red rags and stuff like that. Like, everything was just so new to me. It was just like, I felt so, you know, out of pocket. So it was just crazy for me, though. But, you know, we kind of just could have made me adapt to a lot of different things that was going on.
I feel you. It's kind of.
Then I've been traveling.
So Tennessee was at least a little bit cultural. So you really telling me like Chicago's not like that? It's not cultural. Like there's not a little, you know. Tennessee was at least.
It's like now if you're on this side of town, you got the blacks. If you're on this side of town, you got the whites. If you're on this side of town, you got the Mexicans.
For real?
Like yeah, when I moved down there, it was like every side of town, we got a mixture of everything. So I was like, whoa, am I on the right side of town? And for a minute, just moving around, I was like, oh, so the whole city like this, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, whoa.
That's crazy. See, I can't picture Chicago like that. I thought it would be like all mixed. See, I'm originally from Boston, so, and I grew up in the city part, and it was, projects, but we had culture in there, you know what I mean? Moving down south now, forget it. I don't even want to go there. I don't even think you see culture. You see black and white, that's it.
Yeah, you're right.
I just, it's been a big culture. I'm
but, it was cool, though. I was cool with it, because it just, it helped me cater to different people. I learned a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I just learned a lot about different people, I am no racist type person, so I might have had homeboys that was dating Mexicans. I had homeboys that was white, black, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, in a new environment, like, dang, it's just really preparing me for, moving around, just really seeing what's everything going on.
But I think someone like you that's been around like that in different cultures, like, all right, how can I put this? Because my words always come out backwards sometimes. All right, picture like a Southern artist that's seen nothing but the South, okay? And then take you where you've gone to Tennessee, you know what I mean? Now you're back in the South. But it's like someone that hasn't been out of their element, I feel it doesn't help their music. Where if you're out of your element, because like you said, yeah, it shows you like
that situation taught me how to cater to different crowds.
Right.
I might have different crowds. I know what music to perform for these folks. You see what I'm saying? Like, it taught me a whole lot of just about catering to the fan base in different areas, different cities and states. So, like I said, it was a good thing.
And I tell everybody that. I always tell everybody, like, stop. They always like, oh, but I'm opening up at this club. And I'm like, look, it's not that I'm trying to be rude or hating on anybody. I did my years in the hood clubs. You know what I mean? And I
you gotta have your catalog together.
Yeah, and I just feel like you need to get out of that. You gotta get out, get your music everywhere, not just in your state. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be a hood star, okay, but I want to be everywhere. You know what I mean? And that was with radio. I gotta get this thrown into it, but I love it, and I meet artists from everywhere. I've done Trinidad. I've done like so many places. You know what I mean? And it's like I like that. I like getting the artists. Especially when you sit there and think like, dang, this person is got that diversity. And it's hard because when you grow up with that and then you come down south and it's so like, whoa, I felt like I was thrown in history or something. I didn't know what was going on down here, and I had to be like, okay, I'm not used to this. So when they tell me, Kelly, you shouldn't be going in the hood clubs, because I wasn't used to that. Back home, I could go in. You know what I mean? It was no big deal because there was culture. Here, it was like, they all had my back, but they couldn't believe I wanted to go in. They were like, really? Like, then they just, I think, used to like mess with me and be like, try to get some more white people in here, Kelly. So I'm like, whatever. Like, this is crazy. So now you got like mad streams, I see, on your song from YouTube, Spotify, all that. It came up to like 400,000 streams, and you could tell, like, I was checking out some of your stuff and people leave comments. Like, there was one video, because it's hard looking at artists, because so many buys, so many fake plays, that I can't stand it because that ain't gonna help you in the end, and it ain't gonna get you no money. So I was looking, and you could tell you got mad love. Like, you got a lot of comments under your videos.
Yeah, most definitely.
And that's good. You got mad love. Like, you got a lot of comments. These collabs.
Collabs moving around so much. People really seeing the real footwork. People seeing the grind. People seeing the hard times, the ups and downs. So they really be tuned in with what's going on. It was like artists that just came out of nowhere and like, wow, he popping. Like, people seeing the growth, the development. You know what I'm saying? They seeing the come up right along with me, so they feel like they're with me. You know what I'm saying? I got fans that's been fans forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just different for me. It's all real on my end. So a lot of artists just put out the next artist. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
It's different for me. I ain't got nobody snuffing me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no big dog over here telling y'all to mess with him. I ain't got no big major label behind me. You know what I'm saying? It's all my company, everything in house. It's real footwork.
That's what I'm saying. I see you did a collab with Lil Durk.
Actually, me and Lil Durk never worked it. That's crazy you said that because actually Durk is from my hood and he sent me his first record that ever took off.
Oh wow.
And I never put a verse on it. He was just begging me. And like back at home, before he started rapping, like I hit a bigger buzz than him. You know what I'm saying? So he was like trying to run with me and stuff. And you know, I was coming out of the phase of being a little hard-headed. You know what I'm saying? Dude was getting in trouble all the time to really take my music serious. He was still in the phase of getting in and out of jail and me, so I was trying to distance myself from all that. You know what I'm saying? So I really was stiff on him. And I looked up like a year later and he was just going major, you know what I'm saying? For the people behind the crib, they got behind him. And you know, the label started, you know, tuning in what was going on. They had a big group, like they was running together, Chief Keef, him, Lil Reese. Like they had a big squad, you know what I'm saying? So that became a big regret through my career. You know, me and him still cool. I see him in the run all the time. That's the little homie and everything. But me and him really could have been something, you know what I'm saying? And that's just a regret and a situation, you know what I'm saying, I learned from. Like, I'd never be stiff on an upcoming artist that I'm bigger than at the time, because you never know how big they're going to be in the future.
Right. I see that, and that's crazy because, like, Chicago artists, I feel like a lot of them get slept on, just the way I look at the industry. Because, like you said, I heard you mention a lot of their names, and Lil Reese and Chief Keef. Like when he first came out, you know, they kind of like looked at him like, what, you know, and he was one of my favorites. So I was just like, wow, like, you know. And then I think a lot of people, they didn't understand the drill rap, you know, from these parts. So it was like kind of trying to tie it all in together. But what do you think? Like, Chicago needs a boost. Do they support their artists, or you feel like you got to go other places to get supported?
Chicago fan base, you know, they picky with it, they support, but the artists don't support each other. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get on there, but like it's more beef between the artists and support. Definitely, you know, like you might be from the wrong side of town, and when they listen to your music, they hate you just for being from the wrong side of town.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's divided up there real heavy. You know, they trying to get it together right now. Kind of supposed to be trying to be from the wrong side of town, but you know, I think all that is you know, stunts for, you know, the label situations and you know how it goes. But be clout chasing right now. You know.
Did you see all that? Did you see it on when they put it out when he went into the president's thing and all that?
Yeah, they got a lot of people upset. You know, I think these situations where they doing stuff like that.
I think they're hiding something not hiding, just throwing you off track. This is, I mean, Kanye could be crazy, but sometimes I don't know. I don't know. It's just whacked. I was just like, wow. I think, and then just seeing Kid Rock in there and all this, and I don't watch TV, so I don't even know how I caught a glimpse of it. I didn't catch the whole thing. I just caught part of it, and I was just like, oh my goodness. Like, okay, some people are telling me there's more to it, you know, and I feel them because, I mean, we all know the way the world is. There's so much up there. But anyways, so back to, you also have the music group, your own music group, right? Blackheart?
Yeah, that's my life.
So when did you start that in the, you know, last couple years, or has that been right along?
Yeah. No, I started like 3-4 years ago. I started that out here in Georgia. That's I signed myself to my company. And I did that, you know, just in case I would make a move with a label that they would have to sign my company. So it'd be just more than me, you know, and I can take everything I got going on with me. Right now, I don't have any artists signed under me. I got eyes on this young kid from PA, you know what I'm saying, but he has some jail situations going on. So I was trying to let him smooth it out. He's very talented, and he kind of got his city behind him real heavy, but, you know, I don't want to make the wrong moves. That's going to really waste my time and waste my money that I invest in him. So I'm letting that smooth out, you know, keep my eye on him, you know, see how serious he is. He's very, very talented, though. Other than that, you know, I have a company. We're working on my first movie, you know, my first official movie.
Oh, wow.
We're still in the writing process. I'm trying to start shooting like first quarter. You know, we just, I got a youth football team that started in Tennessee. You know, they season just kicked off, and they like from 9 to 13. You know, we trying to get the kids prepared
That's what's up.
I got actually 2 players on the team that got college scouts coming out watching, and they real heavy with what they do.
That's awesome.
Running back and receiver. So I'm just trying to make it more than music at the time.
Well, and that positive is with the kids. The kids, I think anybody doing stuff with kids is got to be like, real up there, because you don't see too many people do that. And these kids need something, because look at what they're looking at. We thought it was high when we were younger, but hell, look at now. Alright, now your first single, okay, was Thick Cinderella. Right? That blew up. Okay. Yeah, I can still find that, right? Because I wrote it down and I want to check it out. I didn't have time to check it out yet. But that's the one. Where did that come from?
Actually, I cut that record living in Tennessee, and that was a record that I was telling you about me just adapting to the new area. So, if you see the video, it's been out for quite a few years. You see the video, all the females and ladies I have in the video, it's a mixed crowd, you know what I'm saying? So I cut that record really trying to blend in with what was going on at the time, you know what I'm saying? Jumping the wave and everything. So it was really like not my music, but I'm so versatile, I could blend in and fit in with what's going on. So, I stepped out the box, hit that record like it grew a big buzz. I started getting my major booking off that record. That record started traveling me out the city and stuff. So, we ran with that record for like a year and a half, and I just got so tired of it because that's the music they kept expecting from me. And I'm like, like I'm from the trenches, like I'm from the hood, and it was more like a Travis Porter type record. So, like I kept getting booked with like groups like that, and I'm like, man, like this ain't, I started feeling like this not even me, but it's working, and I knew that if I keep cutting records like that, I wasn't gonna be comfortable with myself, If artists kept, if not even artists, like the people that was booking events kept expecting, music from me like that, DJs and stuff like that, I'm like, last thing I'm gonna be forced to get these folks music that's not even really me. Like I was just trying to get in the mix, cut some records that, people could, run with, and just at the time that's the wave, so I was just trying to surf the wave at the time. But I had to shake that and, really get in folks to original, like Gwapa. So,
with Gwapa is. Like,
that's why they couldn't get no more records. Like I ain't really into making dance songs and stuff like that. Like I'm more of a storyteller, more struggle music, pain, like real lifestyle, what's going on, where I come from, type feeling.
Right, which is I think is good. I go through this all the time. I get matter of fact, it just happened today on my earlier interview this morning, and it was basically, our station alone, I keep it in the top 100. I held number 1 for trap, and they call it gangster rap genre. But what's crazy is I dropped down to number 5 this year, but I've been holding it between 4 and 5 all year, so I still want 1 by the end of the year. But I get dogged for that too, like Kells, Why the Trap. I think that's what it is, because it's the real stories. You know what I mean? You can hear the stories, and people like Kells, that's negative music going, da-da-da. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to hear that shit. Growing up, I was told Tupac was bad. I was told Biggie was. I was told rock, that was devil worshiping music. I said, music doesn't make you do things. You know what I mean? You got to have that strong mentality. I said, it doesn't just because you follow that kind of music or that's your preference in music. I'm sure the hell ain't no, you know what I'm saying, what I hear in the songs. But that's my music, that's what I love. And I think having that passion for that is what keeps me keeping the station that top. You know what I'm saying? But if that makes sense to you in a roundabout way. But it's just, so many times people try to change you. They try to change you and be like, just like my other show. I get a lot about that too, like Kells. Why you interviewing porn stars? Like, okay, they have careers just like we do. It doesn't matter whether you agree with it or not. It's just, they're real people. Some of the people are really intelligent too, and people don't even see that. They just talk trash. You know what I mean? It's like, stop. It's just crazy. So we had a big thing this morning on the interview, because it's like, I'm not going to stop doing what I do just to please other people. That's just not me. But so tell everybody, do your shout outs, and tell everybody where they can find you too.
They most definitely can find me on my website.
So tell everybody everybody, do the shout outs, and tell everybody where they can find you too.
Website is www.bigguapo.com. That's BIGWAPO.com. On Instagram, just go crazy. Guapa with a K, G-O-J-R-A-Z-Y, Guapa, G-W-A-P-A. I mess with the Twitter, Young Guapa, Y-U-N-G-G-W-A-P-A. And everybody know I'm on Spotify and all the SoundClouds, all that's Young Guapa, iTunes, everything.
Yeah, that's why I be listening to you on Spotify.
Major platforms where the music at. But, I like people to just go to my website. They got a variety of it. Get all the releases. We updated every week. Photos, pictures, videos, all visuals, interviews. So, the website is where they need to go to tune in with everything going on. Even the booking upcoming shows and everything.
And you can Google him too, because if you Google him, he pops up. His SEO's on point, so he's up there.
Oh yeah, we definitely verified with Google.
Yep, he's up there. I already checked, and the only thing I wasn't realizing was Twitter, because I kept catching you on Instagram. Then I seen your Twitter earlier today, and I was like, oh, all right. So that's when I got on there. But and Instagram, y'all.
They be pounding on me hard about working my Twitter because I be so stuck on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's like Twitter done died down, but I try and leave tweet twice a day. Sometimes I'm missing.
Which is good, and I'm glad your people keep, because I do that with my artists, and they expect me to do it. Oh, you're helping me run my page. Okay, yeah, you're right, but you know what? I ain't you. You know what I mean? So they're gonna know when something. Yeah,
They're gonna always ask you like,
you're helping me run my page. Okay, yeah, you're right, but you know what? I ain't you. You know what I mean? So they're gonna know when something. And that's what I tell them. They do. And it takes you, even if you work your social media an hour. I tell every indie artist, it's like, when I worked with all the mainstream groups and ran tents at all these big amphitheaters where there was thousands of people there, and they would call me because, this group, they want you to run their tent and everything. And I'm like, really? Why? I guess because I just always did my job, and it was always about that. And what people don't realize, the biggest thing with your fans, how to make that money back, is show them that attention, show them that there's somebody. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you recognize that they listen to your shit, because if you don't, you're gonna lose the fan, or they're gonna think that you're like one of these big, a lot of these indie artists get that it's good to be humble, but when you stop being like, oh, I can't mess with the normal people because I got this, that ain't right, because you're gonna lose your fans that way, and you ain't gonna get no money in the end. You don't need a label. You can just do this empire on your own. Because I got this.
Yeah, they're the people that's
that way, and you ain't gonna get no money in the end. You don't need a label. You can just do this empire on your own.
With you from the start, so you gotta keep the fans involved.
And I mean, it ain't hard, like you said, and he does answer his Instagram. If you shout out, he'll answer your Instagram. And I even get that with indie artists, look, your interviews, and they're like, huh, what? they, and I'm like, oh, forget it, and then I'll just start over. But
and necessary cockiness. I don't care how big I get on with the Hollywood stuff. Somebody put a comment and salute me. I tell artists all the time, DM me, if you're talking about something, I'm going to DM you back. It depends on how you're coming in me in the DM, if you're coming out crazy, you should do a feature with me, and I go look on your page when you got 500 followers, what's wrong with this dude? But I try and acknowledge everybody in an knowledgeable way, but I've been watching a lot of artists, Hollywood and cocky.
Yeah. It's like somebody gonna come along and bust them down a step or two, because it's like, yo, you ain't there yet.
At the end of the day, everybody human. I know everybody trying to be valuable, but
it's like somebody gonna come along and bust them down a step or two, because right.
I remember when I couldn't get nobody to listen to a bar, so it's just, I'm a different breed.
And that's a good thing, though, because that's what makes it, and somebody mentioned something about likes and all that last week, and I said, I just went to a meeting. I said, and I do a lot of meetings for marketing and stuff like that, and we brought that up because likes it's because society's banged that into your brain. You know what I'm saying? That automatically you're gonna go to that person. But they had signed somebody that only had, like you said, 600 and something followers. And at first I was even tripping, but you know what it was? His videos, his songs had thousands and thousands of plays. So he does have fans, you know what I mean? They're just not, and again, he's not into the whole social media thing. And that's what hurts a lot of people. They don't understand it. They don't understand that if you don't interact. I don't know how many Twitter, it took me forever with Twitter. it was like, man, I hate it. Like, that stupid, like, what? I don't even want to do it. And then my mentor got on me. He's like, Kels, you know, you got to be on all of them. All of them. I was like, fine. I don't even want to do it.
Sometimes I find myself busting my brain and trying not to forget and just running from site to site. But, you know, it's part of the work process.
Absolutely. So, alright, so you got the video out for Stiff, and then Trench Talk, I'm going to leave y'all with as we close this interview so y'all can listen to Trench Talk. Make sure you go on all media platforms so that you can check out EP. When did you drop this EP again?
I dropped the re-rock July 31st.
Oh, wow, okay.
We dropping the 5-6 song EP first quarter, you know, early end of January, early February. So, you know, we're preparing for a major storm with this project. Like I say, every project I put out get greater and greater, which that's how it's supposed to go. But, you know, we're trying to take it to a whole another level with this new project in first quarter. Like I say,
that's what's
up.
up.
My house and surprise, unexpected features on there. You know, I ain't gonna spoil it right now.
I know.
Be expecting me to work with some of y'all favorite artists out there. Even though I done worked with a lot of y'all favorite artists from the future, Waka, Migos, to the recent kid, Black Youngster. You know, we gonna take it a whole different direction this time.
Yeah, I seen you did Skipper and you did Scooter. You did something with them too. So I was like, oh yeah, so he all like the people I listen to. So I thought that was pretty cool. So do you have? I want to get one thing before we close this up. What is one piece of advice you can give to a struggling indie artist that you know is out there that might want to throw in the flag tomorrow?
I want to say don't give up on yourself, first of all. You know, whatever type of change, you know, time you come across, invest into yourself. And, you know, like I tell a lot of artists, everybody's advice is not good advice for you, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's struggling the same struggle, and how everybody made it ain't going to be how you make it. So, everybody's advice you can't take in, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, you just got to work your moves and be dedicated. Like, don't play with it, you know what I'm saying? Because I played with it for like 3-4 years before I even got serious. Like, know just what you want to do. And definitely invest in yourself. Don't keep waiting on the next man to do it, because ain't nobody going to invest in you if they don't see nobody else doing it, especially yourself.
Right.
It ain't even money all the time. It comes with time, you know what I'm saying? Crafting and, you know, just getting an expert at what you do, you know.
As long as, like he said earlier, a few minutes ago, as long as you're elevating every year, that's what you got to look at. As every year you put into it, if you're elevating and not going backwards, and you're getting, you know, you're reaping some of them blessings, then you're good. That's what you got to look at. All right. Well, I thank you for doing the interview, and anybody that joined us late, it's gonna be. I can't tell you when you'll see the different flyers going up, but it'll be aired out of different areas. Stop Beefing Radio, Hood Heat Radio out of New York. Then, you know, it'll go through Atlanta, and then it'll go through iHeartRadio and Spotify. So it'll be around, and everybody that follows LipglossNMics, you'll see it posted forever on Spotify and iHeart. It'll go through iHeartRadio and Spotify. So it'll be kind of like that small mini tour, radio tour. Alright, and I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks again. And I'm going to leave y'all with an exclusive single, okay, on the next project called Trench Talk. You want to introduce this and tell them where it came from before we cut out? I'm going to leave y'all.
Oh, yeah. This Trench Talk, you know, exclusively off the new EP we dropped in first quarter. Produced by one of my in-house producers here up on the beat. You know, we came up with this track, you know, real life story. You know, it's for the fan base I cater to, all the trappers, all the folks still caught up in the trenches, you know. Everybody's still up in the hood, going through the struggles, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's for the successful people that made it out there in situations. So, you know, y'all already know I give my folks the real. So, it's Trench Talk off the new EP coming first quarter. Y'all look out for that.
Alright, and I'm going to shout out Doe from the Go for the interview. I know he was
definitely Doe from the
he was excited to give it.
Big homie right there.
Yeah, he was
big homie right there. I appreciate everything he do for me. I appreciate you for having me, tuning these folks in, what we got going on.
That's what's up. And take care. And I'll be looking for the new music.
Big bad. You funny like Sinbad. Green like toe tag. Draco shit bag. Draco X-Ho Big Mad. Bankroll crib hack. Neck piece drip. Big flip quick trip. Big cow. You ain't living shit that you rap about. Nigga won't smoke, we gon' pop shit. And we ain't gon' stop till I pit. Man down. Mop stick wet flow. Fishbowl Petco. Wristwatch big rocks. Dirty paper out the Ziploc. Drop top good view. New nigga who you? Lame ass nigga need rescue. 100K a week off jet fuel. Way you go Ja Rule. I just put double G's on the swim well. New teeth, no healthcare. Used to babysit them babies, no daycare. Trench talk. Big fault. You broke, that's your fault. You don't like me, you ain't supposed to. Trench talk. Big fault. Bitch wanna fuck, she supposed to. I can count 100,000 when I want to. Trench talk. Big fault. You broke, that's your fault. You don't like me, you ain't supposed to. Trench talk. Big fault. Bitch wanna fuck, she supposed to. I can count 100,000 when I want to.
Chirac, we Gwapa. Miami flip-flop. Atlanta hard top. Bad bitch, whole hard. Yeah, good weed in the vacancy. Young nigga too real. Southside Chirac gon' kill. Young nigga drink chase like me meal. Hey, get out the way, this tree talk. Nigga feel the blues up in the vault. Playing with them birds in the chicken talk. Got a bad bitch stayed up in the loft. Reading up, man, the shit made me a boss. You sack it up, then the young nigga get it off. Fucking bitch, man, I never hit the whole raw. Nigga flex, but we'll take your head off. Chirac said, let a nigga fuck the law. For the brick, man, that nigga fuck the call. Slick gave me an Adderall, I'm taking off. Heard them nigga get money, but it ain't y'all. At the end, we gon' ball. And I pray I never fall. Chirac, stand up. Yay, big tuna.
Trench talk. Big fault. You broke, that's your fault. You don't like me, you ain't supposed to. Trench talk. Big fault. Bitch wanna fuck, she supposed to. I can count 100,000 when I want to. Trench talk. Big fault. You broke, that's your fault. You don't like me, you ain't supposed to. Trench talk. Big fault.
Alright, y'all, that was Trench Talk. I like it. I'm trying to figure out who that other voice is on there, but I guess I'll have to, check up and ask young Gwapa who that is. But anyways, don't forget, go check out Stiff, okay? And then, after the beginning of the year, you'll be hearing more Trench Talk. But right now, you can check it out on 258 Radio because I'm going to put it in rotation. I really, really can't wait to see him elevate more. I think he got this. He's got that all-around attitude. He's humble as hell, okay? And that's what it takes. A lot of people ain't. Like we were talking about, you learn like this behavior and think that you're better than everybody else. And take 2 steps back, chill, sit. Like they tell me. I'm always on the go, and I tend to jump into all these debates on Facebook with, trying to be my activism, and it's like, Kel, sit back, listen, because I have a hard time, I'm a female, so already we're cursed with that, the mouth. But anyways, I had to really tame myself down, like, for years. I'm still working on that. It's an ever ending process, okay? But anyways, y'all have a great week, and we'll check you out next week. So make sure you stick around. 258 Radio, Stop Beefing Radio, Street Media Hype, Hood Heat, all the ones that my show's on, because we got a lot of stuff coming up in 2019. Peace.